Konnichiwa, punters!
Oh, he's got Japanese. He's gone Japanese again.
Yeah, I've been seeing lots of photos of Tokyo and Japan lately, and it's really got me interested.
Just quietly, did you end up finding out what the Balinese...
Nah, fuck.
You were over there the whole fucking time. No, didn't speak any.
They said hello was hello, but bye was a bit different or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't.
I've never heard of it. I wouldn't even know I'd ever heard of it, I reckon.
Anyway, welcome to
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, tonight's episode of Biz and Bets, proudly brought to you by Racecourse Capital. Ty, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, mate?
Oh, I'm not too bad, mate, for a Friday. How are you?
Yeah. TGIF, mate.
Yeah, it's
TGIF. I'm excited for the weekend. The races are on. And
Gold Coast view. Gold Coast races.
Gold Coast races, and we can't go. Damn. Thank God for Tab. The live feed. Anyway, we will get there. I think there's a big one coming up late in May, which we need to try and get to. Yeah, so we'll try and sort that out. That's okay. It's all right. Looking out the backyard. It's had a little sprinkle this evening.
Has actually, yeah.
Just had a nice little dump come over the top. And just a nice little
yeah, that's it. Little shower head.
Little zhuzh. Little zhuzh, mate. Little zhuzh, but it's been okay. Yeah, I think it should be. It should be nice soft 5. Hopefully it improves just slightly, but we have noticed with the new track, it does drain very well, mate. So, yeah, looking very good. How's the week been for you?
Busy.
Busy?
It feels like it's gone really fast this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see the format's changed for those following at home. Format has changed a little bit in relation to what you are seeing that's coming up every week. I have had the arm twisted. No, I'm kidding. Been up for, except for today. I'm sorry about today. All right. Sorry I forgot today, but I've been putting tips
We've had changes happen. We're adjusting. We're in an adjustment.
Changes in my life.
We're adjusting.
We are adjusting. So I'm putting up a tip feed with a couple of free bets from around the country and a couple of strange ones. But I'll tell you what, Monday, Tuesday, I was drawing blanks, and I thought, oh, this is going to hurt.
Mate, it's like I said before, this last week has been, and I'm sure everyone has seen this, it's been like a weird variance where there's horses winning, and you just like, you go back through the form, you're like, I could never have found that.
There's no way that was going to win, yeah.
It's just...
But then it was good. Wednesday came back, got 3 out of 5 winners. It should have been a 4th with a fucking head bobber, mate. I'm telling you, you could have probably fitted a sheet of paper in between the first and second. But anyway, I was really happy with the run. Just put a couple little black bookers in the book.
That fucking happened to me last week with an $18 pop with members.
Oh, that's right.
Just fucking making ground. Line came up too fast.
I dipped you by the head, didn't I? That's where
No, this is the members.
Oh, the members one.
This is last Saturday. And then Ayrton, anyone who fucking watched Ayrton run, nowhere to go, gets out in the last fucking 50 and still makes it into the placings.
Unbelievable.
It's like, how much does it win by?
Unbelievable. So we've got Moonee Valley on this evening. Good horse there, just on the slight little drift there with Yarrawonga. I think that should shit it in race number 5.
You reckon? Interesting race. Let's put it on.
Why is it on now?
It's about to start.
It's about to start. Interesting. Should we... I don't think I'm prepared to call a race here.
It's on silent.
It's on silent. All right, so we'll talk about that. We've got a big weekend coming up. Big races.
Yes. We're really starting to heat up, aren't we? But it's weird because it's like with the 2-year-olds, it's like you sort of have this big peak of the 2-year-olds with the Blue Diamond and stuff, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, it almost feels like that should be at the end of the middle of the autumn season, but it's sort of like all done and dusted early, and then you got the Slipper coming up, of course, but that's still in the first month of autumn racing. I'm
enjoying the fact that the autumn has started very, very competitively, like a bang. Like we've got some good races, some good horses. It's a little bit exciting.
It's probably a little bit less, or a little bit easier, I guess, than spring, where you go from the winter where there's just nothing running in August, and then all of a sudden the big guns are back. Whereas there's sort of still good horses going through February and then coming into March.
Yeah,
less of a shock, I guess, but
very true. Anyway. So I hope you guys at home are ready, because tonight's joke is presented to you by Ty, not by myself.
I have to read it because it's fucked if I can remember this.
He has to read it. What are you doing, mate?
A client of mine sent this to me last night, messaged me last night. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, thank fuck, someone's organised.
Look at this.
Send me a fucking joke.
Send me a joke.
Anyway.
All right, give it to us, mate. Let's go.
All right. The chiropractor made his patient laugh, and then he said that he doesn't need any adjustments today. The patient said, well, you cracked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you think about it, the more you go, it's a shit joke, but God, I can't help but laugh.
Terrible.
It's a
Fucking
terrible
horrendous.
joke. But look, thank you for
Yeah.
coming to the party with the joke, mate. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was, yeah, I like that one. And it was good, clean,
It was
wholesome,
very clean.
fun.
There was no R-rated stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that a little bit later. A little bit later. Oh, my God.
The first one out of the way.
cracked me up. I like that, mate. I like that. We're just, for those wondering what we drink tonight, we're just finishing off the Steersman Lime. Nice little tang. Nice little hit of lime. It's a little bit tangy, which is good. Oh, mate, Yarrawonga just cruising.
It's cruising, isn't it?
This cruise hasn't even dropped the hammer, as Cole Trigger says in Days of Thunder.
I like
Wants to have a go now, though.
I like a hand's had enough. It's gone to the front.
Oh, God. He's like, no, I'm going to take the pace to you. Rightio. Wow. And we're off on the final
he's
lap.
put the heat on, hasn't he?
Must be the strategy, because obviously Yarrawonga just wants to sit there ticking along, cruising at the front, but hasn't given up the lead.
Yeah, no.
But look at it. Look how comfortable it looks. Will be interesting as they just sort of tick along. But let's have a quick look while we keep an eye on that race. Let's have a quick look. We got Randwick tomorrow, Flemington tomorrow, Gold Coast Turf Club tomorrow, Murray Bridge, which is in SA, close to the border, I believe, of Victoria and South Australia.
That one.
Oh, it's pretty good. I think I'm pretty close to that. And then we're at Bunbury in Western Australia.
Did we have any luck last time we were there? I can't remember.
No, we may as well have been in Bumfuck, Idaho last time, mate. But I think, look, I think I'm all right with these two in these races out at Bunbury.
Okay, confident
tomorrow. Yeah, a little bit of confidence there, mate. Just
riding
on the wave of this week. Been able to sit there and pick one from Balaclava and
yeah, that's it.
Got one from Grafton.
That's right. Take the winners. It doesn't matter where they are. It's the same money. It's the same money.
Had a look at Townsville. Said, yeah, all right, I'll give it a nudge.
Townsville's an interesting one, isn't it? It's like some of horses that were in, New South Wales and Victoria 2 years ago that have gone to Brisbane and they've gone up north and they're dominating up north, and every now and then they might come down to Brisbane. And
exactly right. Sorry to interrupt, but Think and Fly has just decided to kick away.
Decided to take over.
I reckon they're going to catch him.
I think he's gone. I honestly think they will not get him.
I think Yarrawonga's cooked, which is disappointing because it looked pretty good. But Think and Fly, it's done. That's home.
It's got it.
750. That's a very, very nice run. Very good win. Well strategically placed. Yarrawonga
gone. Cooked. So they set the pace. Brought the pace up. I couldn't handle it.
Yep. Didn't give
Think and Fly.
Win each.
Yeah, she got a winner just before too. I think that might be the first time that horse has run 2,500 too.
Well, it looked like it did it beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Anyway, there's no point in us commentating on what on the screen because by the time you guys see this race will be done, run, and paid. So we're going to kick off tomorrow. Mr. Ty, where would you like to start?
Let's go to Bunbury since we talked about
it. Let's go to the west. Go to Bunbury.
All
right, so we're looking at races 1 and 2. You'll notice there's a bit of a theme with some of these races of the tracks that I like to pick. I like to get the early ones out of the way early, but also find that we might be able to pick up a couple of cheeky winners early on in races 1 and 2. Yeah, just put some money in the kitty there, mate, so you don't always have to spend your own dollars. So race number 1. Interesting, because I was looking extremely hard. I think Blue Rocket is going to be very, very tough to beat. But if there is one that's out there that I think that can do it, I think it's going to be the Debutante Mean Machine. Now, I found it for $4. Sportsbet's currently got it at $3.80.
It's come in.
But this Debutante, from all reports, and I wish we were over there, it is just excelled at the trials. It won by 13.5 lengths in the trial.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I read.
Dominated.
Yeah, I knew you would have. That's why I've referred to it. The question will be, okay, so what did it beat? What's the quality of what it beat?
Course.
But at the same time,
it was pretty
13.5 lengths.
It was looks like a big stocky sort of horse, made to sprint. It looks like it's ready to go.
So I'm pretty excited to see this. Also because there's a lot of people commenting on how quick that trial time was.
Right. Okay.
So they're very happy with the time that it took for the trial, and I think Mean Machine could start its campaign with a bang. Giddy up, buddy. I knew you were on that. I could
baby.
I could just feel it. I could just feel it. I'm like, yeah, there's every chance he
Yeah,
will be on Mean Machine.
I think from gate 4.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't over-race or do anything silly, being
Yeah.
a young horse.
That's what we don't know. That's the
We
question.
just don't know how it's going to handle having a whole bunch of other horses around it and
Mm.
pressure and all that sort of shit. But look, it's got to beat a couple of good ones in Blue Rocket and This Will Show Ya,
Mhm.
who are both in very good form. So, there's a couple of queries, but this horse looks like it's pretty good. Very, very fast and just wanted to just go in that trial. It was
Yeah.
just, I don't think it mattered what the jockey did. I think it was just going to fucking go.
Yeah, I wish I had seen the trial, and I'll probably go home and have a look at it
Yeah.
this evening.
It's it looks like from what I could see, it looks like a big sort of stocky sort of horse, like made for sort of sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be well suited, and it's already getting some support. So it came on the market at 420. It's into 380 already. So I think a lot of people are watching the trial.
Well, I think the pros will like it. Rightio, let's tick on.
Oh,
pardon me.
well said.
Thank you. We'll head on to race number 2, where I'm really happy with this horse based on the form that it brings in to this. It was a very short price favourite, but I'm looking for a little bit of value. I think Tycoon Harry, $3.20, 3 wins on the trot. My only concern potentially is just the weight factor. It's going up in weight. It's the heaviest it's carried.
Little claimer.
There is a little claim there, but it still goes up 4 kilos, 3 to 4 kilos, I think, from its last ride.
It's a nice horse.
Oh, it's a beautiful horse. So I think it's got every chance it can do it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, fucking,
Yes.
honestly, how good is this? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can actually hear this, but hopefully they can hear it.
Seriously, man. That's a 2 from 2.
It's 2 from 2. Tyke and Harry, I think, look, the 2 favourites, they're going to probably fight it out. You only have to look at it. It's gone for 4 in a row, so it'll get a beautiful run from gate 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little claim.
I love the fact that even with the trials, the apprentice has been on too. Leading into warm up and everything. Like it's so
Always
the
a
horse
push.
will know the jockey will know the horse.
Bit of trust there. I think at value, if those 2 ran over raced, and I don't think they will, but I think Close Talker might be one that might run well. It's currently at $10. So if you want,
Are you a Close Talker, Ty?
You think it's the Seinfeld episode?
Yeah.
Close Talker.
Yeah.
I thought about it straight away when I saw it. Surely that's based on Seinfeld.
Must be. Yeah.
So from Simon Miller, stable, Close Talker, $10. I thought it's coming off a win too. Pretty quick time as well. Holly Watson doesn't stick with it though.
Mm-hmm.
Who's she on? Oh, she's on another horse, a Ruffy. Interesting. But it's a senior jockey getting on it now, so
It might be the time to sort of push it in,
yeah,
which is pretty good.
Close Talker at $10 as a value play, but I think Tycoon Harry and Inside Success will be fighting it out, to be honest.
You ever remember that song from kindergarten or maybe primary school? I travel around Australia just to have some fun. I travel around Australia just to see someone.
I think I do remember
And when we got to Bunbury, we stopped and checked out races 1 and 2 or something.
I do recall that song though.
Yeah, I know. I think every school sort of had it. I was going to try and do something, but maybe we should have a little rehearsal into some
no
of these
rehearsals
things.
here, mate. You roll in,
Straight into it.
Set up, and we're on.
All right, what else have we got here for beverages? You've brought out a lovely selection tonight. So we've got the Mountain Goat Summer Ale. Aha, Mountain Goat. Made. Do you know where this was started, Ty?
I don't.
Go on, mate. Have a stab. It is a Australian-made company. Where do you think this was? What great state did this first pop
saying
itself
great
up?
state. It's got to be Victorian.
Fucking there it is, mate. I remember when Goat started. I think it was like early to mid 2000s. I just used to have this one, and now they've got a whole selection. So it was bloody good.
Yeah, it's not a bad drop.
And this summer ale is very tasty. Still got that little bit of a hops feel into it. But I tell you, that's a nice little session beer.
It's definitely top salami one.
And I don't know. I'm really starting to like the cans over the bottles. I think it's the sound. I think
Nostalgia.
okay, like hear me out, right? It's like if you're a footy lover and you get into a packed game and that first siren goes to start the game, like that feeling, or if you're
Smell the meat pies and hot chips.
yeah,
And all that sort of
or
stuff.
if you're in the cars and you hit the racetrack and you hit the first like step on the pedal with the accelerator and the noise
Smell
of the
the
engines
petrol in
coming,
the
the
air.
petrol and fumes like that. So when you hear that crack of that beer, and I can be tricked very easy by someone opening up a can of Coke, but it just I can,
Where is it?
I
Where is
know
it?
it's like right, giddy up, let's go. Anyway, giddy up, let's
I
go.
always get actually. Here's another one for you.
Yeah.
I get flashbacks to the footballing days when I smell fresh cut grass.
Oh, I love it.
Fresh cut grass reminds me of walking to football games when I'm about to run on and
This is going to sound a bit interesting, but every time I would smell deep heat or liniment,
yeah, same thing.
it takes
Same,
straight back to footy.
same
Giddy
thing.
up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Anyway, where are we off to now?
We're going to go to Murray Bridge.
Oh, Murray Bridge. Yeah, I'm pretty certain, mate. It's very close to the border of Victoria and South Australia, of course. I believe they have some big sprint car races there
Do they?
Hmm.
Oh, there you
over,
go.
over the season. Anyway, it's a quarter mile clay track, dirt track racing. 800 horsepower, wing weapons, burning methanol. Oh, so good. All right, Murray Bridge.
Murray Bridge.
Mm-hmm. Murray Bridge, we're looking at races number 1 and 2. I love this horse based on the name, but for some other reasons. But because I always enjoy this.
I know where you're going already.
I always enjoy this. Doesn't publicly happen at home very often, but
I reckon it would nearly never happen.
in silence, I already know that I am proven correct. Proven correct is my tip in race number 1 at Murray Bridge. $2 50 currently at the moment. It's resuming after a 11-week hiatus, but it's good to go. Based on everything that's leading up to this, good to go. Solid jockey on it. Stoked with that. So when it all comes together, I think it's just going to resume and just go bang.
All right. I went wide, as I do.
Come on, mate. You're not going to be able to beat Jason.
Aramoso with Todd Panelon.
Oh, Todd
Toddy.
Pennell.
Now, I don't know how this track's going to play either, so that's another question. Aramoso gets gate 13, which is not ideal.
Unlucky for some. Baker's dozen.
But I think this horse is. Crying out for this distance at 1,400 meters. Just had to double check that it was 1,400 meters.
Good to see where their research is quality between you and I tonight.
Just looked at so many fucking races. I think this horse will be well suited to this distance. It was a pretty nice run there for third.
Mm-hmm.
The way it was sort of finishing, I just thought, like, it probably, to be honest, is probably a mile plus, this horse, the way it's sort of built.
Yeah.
But I think it'll relish the 1,400 meters. Currently, $12 has come in from 14, so I think there's been a little bit of early support for it.
Nice.
Which is good. Todd Panelon, which was a big push for me, the senior jockey on.
You love Toddy, don't you?
Great jockey.
Mm.
Do you want me to give you one at big odds?
Well, I was going to give you one that's wide too, but you go.
Okay.
You go.
Well, this is something that I definitely can't claim that I am.
Hmm.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Maybe.
The arithmetician.
Which is a little, well, it might be a little concerning considering you're the analyst in the group.
Look, I have a crack, but
Reading, writing, arithmetic, mate.
you know, it might just take me a bit longer to get to the answer. But
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. And you're always right. You're always proven correct.
The arithmetician at $27 improved substantially after some previous sort of more disappointing runs, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that's the increase in distance, an extra 50 meters today. Finished very, very strongly last start. And I think it has the right form lines to actually give this a good crack. It just needs a little bit of pace up front, and if it gets that, I think it'll be finishing quite strong.
Giddy up. My each way playing this race.
$27, by the way. $27.
Juicy. All right, my each way playing this race, and I was kind of close in calling it for my tip, but I think I'm going to go each way on it. Amber Nook.
Amber Nook.
Yeah, Amber Nook with everyone's favourite seafood dish on the back. And
He came through with a
I
good
know,
one last
didn't
week.
you? Hey, didn't you?
Calamari, he came
Oh,
through.
mate.
I think it went out to $10 or
I
something.
just can't.
Or 12, maybe.
Every time I see the name, I just think of that ad. You know,
Yeah.
where the dad's
Well,
like,
you've got me started.
what's your son's name? And he just said, oh yeah, we're going to call him. And he just went to calamari. Anyway, I love this. I love the jockey. I think he's going to be great. But I'm an Aussie, and I'm going to have a bit of slapstick, and it is what it is. But I think third up. I think this is a little overs based on the money at $12 for what it could actually do with a serious jockey on the back too. So I wouldn't be surprised. Put that on each way. It's a nice little $12
Beautiful.
to what is it, $3 place at the moment. So yeah, giddy up. Put that in your place multi, Miller.
Lovely. All right, race 2.
All right, we're popping on to race number 2. This is something that I like to finish a hard day.
Straight away, I knew.
What do you mean?
I just fucking knew.
What? What? Oh, it could have been reach around at 51. No, there's no horse in there, mate. No horse in there. But one that I do like to finish a sometimes a tough and mentally challenging day on. Throw the mixer out because you just want Jacks on ice. That's all you want. Mate, we got more puns here than the pun store. Is there a pun store? Anyway, Jacks on ice.
I think you fucking frequent there. Every horse.
$2.10 favourite. It was exceptionally tasty and smooth last start and got it done. Should be icy cold again on this Friday evening, and will be the one to chase down with a beer as it dominates the race. And that's going to be my best tip for tomorrow. Jacks on ice.
Confidence.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a tactical play. Ready? Jack?
No.
Jack, Saver.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And I'm going to go for an ex-Victorian, as I like to do.
Doesn't everyone like an ex-Victorian?
Copperfield. Now, it's...
Sorry. You just have to ask, mate. I thought you said Copperfield. And I'm just like, right, where are we at, mate?
Oh, God.
Are we at a Wiggles concert? No. All right, so what do we Copperfield?
Just throws me. Jackson Ice is a saver. Copperfield. Never run at 1,200 metres, which is a concern, but the stable change to the Jolly stable, they're South Australian stable.
Yeah.
I think they'll know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's running with 54.5. It's run around some really nice Victorian horses.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can sit, well, I'm hoping it can sort of sit pretty close. Second pair would be great. $7.50, I thought this was not a bad throw at the stumps for a horse that's very good fresh. If I look at his fresh record, 3 attempts, first, second, third. So it's never been out of the placings in its 3 first up runs. So
Giddy up.
$7.50, Kayla Crowther on for the Jolly stable.
Kayla Crowther.
I think, obviously, Jack's is going to be very hard to beat, but $7.50, I thought that was not a bad price.
Okay, good for you.
Like that one?
The arithmetician. Let's go.
If that comes home, I'll be pretty happy.
If that comes home next week,
No.
I will dress up with a pocket protector.
Fucking everyone
Hey,
heard.
if that gets up, I'll be there with glasses and a pocket projector.
Oh, there we go. Hey?
Right, where are we off to now, Chief?
Do you want to go to Goldie?
I'll go wherever you want to go, mate.
Ooh.
I will
Isn't
follow
that
you.
sexual?
You reckon I'm bad?
Race 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
PB likes to get the races out early.
He
Races
does.
1 and race 2.
Go on, throw it at me.
All right, race 1 and race 2. I've always considered myself a little bit of this with some very, very good value part of this.
Lawbreaker?
Yeah. Yeah. If you're going to break
Got
the,
him!
if you're going to break the law, mate, if you're going to be a lawbreaker, you may as well get some nice little cash for it. And I reckon $12 for Lawbreaker with CJ Graham on the back, and it has been on the last 3 starts. The last 3 starts have been good. I honestly think it's right in this.
It's got some decent form, eh?
Yeah, it's got some very decent form. I don't know that it's been to the Goldie before, but
Hasn't raced at the track.
no. So I think that might be a bit interesting just to see how it sort of tackles it. But it's been great in the city.
Distance record, 2 attempts, 2 thirds. So
Yeah.
likes the distance.
Just hasn't quite got away from the Jacks, mate. So we've I think tomorrow has got a fair chance of getting it done.
Ball breaker.
Yeah, I mean it's a great each way play at $12, but could be every chance that it might just put its little snout in front and get the chocolates tomorrow. So I'll be very, very interested in race 1 at the Gold Coast tomorrow.
Perfecto.
Thanks,
All right. I'm going to go for Flash Prince. Go on. What do we got?
No, I got
You sing Purple Rain or something?
No, I'm just wondering if that was your Twitter handle.
Fuck, I wouldn't even know how to set up a fucking Twitter.
Snapchat, hashtag Flash Prince.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So Flash Prince, 750. Great
750. Last start third over 2,020 metres.
Yeah.
Behind a very nice and progressive horse in Disputed River, who's gone on to win again, mind you.
Yeah.
Gets the weapon Robbie Dolan on, which I really like.
RD.
Back
Research and
marker.
development.
I wonder how I'm curious to see how the track plays tomorrow. It was pretty fair. I thought it was pretty fair on Millions Day.
Yeah.
So I'll be pretty.
Well, it's been interesting because they have been running the poly as well, so they've been giving the turf a bit of a rest.
Gave it a break.
What's the rail
on? Great question. Hang on. I'll get that one. So the rail.
It's good that they've been giving it a race. And look, I'm not a massive fan of the poly, but I'll
position.
Yeah, so it'll be
Too
fresh.
true.
So it's probably because they've been building up for the duel. I think they would have given a couple of weeks off, like they did with the Millions. Oh, the exciting thing. So my boy Miller was cruising home the other night, decided to swing past the turf club and sends, you need to get on Snapchat.
The lights.
Sends a Snapchat saying the lights are 50% up, mate. We are
I've
good
been
to
driving
go.
past every week.
Oh, have you? I think maybe, depending on how we go, I reckon next week we should do like a little bit of a business bets in the morning of a live or something.
Yeah.
From the track at the Goldie.
It's last time I drove past it, because they're all small lights. They're not like a footy stadium where there's.
But technology's improved,
It's
mate.
just like a whole bunch of small lights.
Yeah,
around
because
the
LEDs are much brighter, much more power efficient, and gone are the days of the footy.
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Well,
They just seem to be they've just got to be on the track.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're not big, tall things, but yeah, they're obviously super bright. And last Sunday, because I drive past after going to the markets.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do a little drive-by, and there was a fair few up last week when I drove past. So
I think it's measured in PTUs, isn't it?
Jeez, you're sounding technical to me, mate. I just told you I can't set up a Twitter account.
Giddy up.
So, look, Flash Prince, 750. I got another one for you at double figures. Hereditary.
My hair loss was
that one?
hereditary.
I was wondering if you're going to go somewhere with that one.
I'm glad you didn't.
Gate 4. It's not double figures. It's coming from 12s into 850. Holy shit, that's a move.
It is.
That was $12 earlier today, so 850 currently.
Mm.
What a move for Hereditary. Coming off a second placing on the Gold Coast Poly at 1,900 metres. It's an ex-Victorian, I'm pretty sure, if I go back through its form. So it's actually got some pretty decent form going back. I think it's starting to hit its straps, form around this sort of distance, which I like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just said, backed in from 12s when I was looking at this, and that wasn't even that long ago. So 850. There you go.
There you go. All right, let's pump on to race number 2. Otherwise, I'm never going to be able to get the hour and a half uploaded this evening.
All right. Mics are still working? Yeah, we're good.
Interesting race, I thought, this one. And very open with the favourite sitting at $5. But I'm looking at a CJ Graham double first up. Races 1 and race 2. So I'm on Betcha the Crown at $5.
$5.50 on here, mate. Get the extra 50 cents.
Well, I've got $5.50 on here too. But, look, the form's been like a dim sim. But I think it's ready to win again. The small claim, I think, is going to be the help. I think it's going to be like that because it was interesting. I listened to one of the great men of racing, Peter Moody.
Peter Moody, what do you say?
He said it's not so much the weight that your horse is carrying.
Yes.
It's the weight that you give away to your competitor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's got nothing to do. You can carry 100 kilos, 60 kilos, whatever. Everyone goes, oh, it's too much weight. No. Give a shit about the 60 that's on the back. But if you're running at 55,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
That's
So
what
yeah,
the talk of the town is. The same thing with Imperatrice.
yeah,
in
oh,
the big
yeah.
race. So she's carrying 58, and everyone, some big guns are carrying like 55 and 52. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying, well, she's highly likely going to get done. She might be too good for it.
She might be too good for it, but like cars, sometimes they need a little bit of weight on their back just to keep them.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to it. Betch of the Crown, 550. I think CJ in the 2. She had a peach of a day last week up at Doomben.
Get a couple.
Yeah, she had a great day, mate. I think she had about 4 or 5 winners or something
Holy
for the day.
fuck.
So she had a great
It's a
day.
good payday.
Yeah, it's a good on her,
Beautiful.
mate.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
Yep. Oh,
Ruffy?
Yeah, I have. You do yours. I'll talk about my Ruffy after that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go
I like Waruri Falls.
on. Yeah, I was very, very,
It
very
would have been
close
hard
to
for you to
that.
go around Ormond and Wire.
Oh, mate, I mean, what a combination!
I just like the way it finished.
What a combination!
I
Mate.
like
That's
the way-
like that's like moving away from your favourite all-time meat lovers, Marie's Pizza, into trying something that you like a kebab that's hit and miss, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I get it.
you know.
For sure.
But you know the pizza's always fucking reliable. But you
that's
want
the thing.
But
You know what you're going to get.
You want to try the HSP, mate. You want the HSP. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's out of those two. Mine tip and your tip, so that's all
Waruri Falls, $5. I
Mhm.
thought that was not a bad price.
right. Mm-hmm.
Coming from 7s already, so it's had a bit of support.
Mm.
I just like the way that it finished last start, indicating that it will be ready for this trip.
Yep.
One rough odds.
Yeah, go on.
Gresham Lass.
Hmm.
Currently $21. Gresham Lass. Now I like this because it has a 3 kilo claim, so I'm on with 51 kilos. Coming out of the same form line I just tipped in the last race, behind Disputed River, who's gone on to win again really well. So I think that form line is quite strong.
Beautiful.
So it's dropping a shitload of weight, dropping 6.5 kilos.
All right.
Gresham Lass. There
Very
you go.
good. The one I do like that I think might be okay with Angela Jones on the back is Gold Deal. I think there's something in
Oh, yeah.
that. I think there is
$8.50.
something in that horse. Yeah, so I think there's something that'll probably put it top 3, top 4. So if you're in the first
Lightweight
4,
too, coming off the
yeah,
win.
I know. It's 5 fifths of nothing. It should be 40 kilos ring and wet, that one. Righto, let's punch on, mate. Let's punch on. We've got 2 of the biggest tracks in the country to go. Where do you want to go?
Randwick.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Interesting race you picked for this one, didn't you?
That's a good race.
Bastardo. I think it's going to be very, very, very competitive. Something that I've always wanted to be involved in.
Okay.
And I've watched plenty of movies about it, and I thought, I could fucking do that. I could do this. Espionage. Anyway, why not, mate? Why not? Seriously, over the years, I've considered myself a Tony Soprano. I've considered myself a Sons of Anarchy bikie. I could do all this bad shit. Exactly
We've seen it
right.
in the movies. I don't know how to
Yeah,
do it.
100%. But for this perspective, I like Espionage at $5 with Nash on the back. I think it should be a really good side. I think he
You know
just
what
knows what he needs to do in these races.
You know what I think the big thing is positive for that horse is?
Oh, thank you. Yep.
Getting back onto dry ground.
Mm-hmm.
I think, as long as it's stage dry, obviously.
Yeah, of course. And
Right.
I actually think it will. I think the weather's predicted to stay dry. It doesn't like the moisture.
Yeah, I think that took the edge off it behind
Mm.
straight, because I actually liked it behind against Straight Charge last,
Yes.
but it didn't do the job on the soft.
Mm. But very competitive race, mate. Well done.
But my tip's going to be somewhere I would like to travel.
Oh yeah. was that where they make some good chocolate as well?
Chocolate, I fucking like some chocolate.
Hey.
Switzerland.
With the Swiss Army knife. Switzerland, you would love Switzerland, mate. You got a young Frau. It's an awesome campsite. These nice little cabins, and these beautiful, most amazing, majestic waterfalls. that are
Really?
just flowing off there, and green, lush grass that remind you of the Milka ads. Like it is just tight, is beautiful.
Oh,
in the
wow.
summer-
He's
in the
fucking
summer-
sold me.
In the summer and the spring, and then fucking get in there in the winter. Mwah, molto bene. Switzerland is
Ooh.
beautiful, mate.
Well, I think it's.
It's going to be a good horse too, with J-Mac on the back at $3.60.
he's sticking with it. It's unbeaten.
Mm.
Gate 4, J-Mac. $3.60 I thought was actually not a bad price, to be honest, for an unbeaten horse that keeps getting it done. So
Yeah.
I think he's very hard to beat in a very tough race, mind you. I was toing and froing between that and Espionage, to be honest, because of the dry track thing I
Yeah.
mentioned. One at double figures that could just be an out of the box weird thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you might see happening around Southport on a daily basis.
Wow.
Trying to get a fix.
Oh, wow, Ty.
You like that one?
I love that one,
Yeah, you
actually.
like
That was well done.
Get a fix. One
Oh.
dominantly on debut over 1,250 meters on soft ground.
Mhm.
So I'd like to see that happen on dry ground as well.
Mhm.
But that was a pretty good debut. If you go watch that one, it was a pretty comfortable win, I thought. Jason Collett on for the O'Shea camp. I think at $15, it could be the blowout. And you're looking for one of those horses that just no one's really looking at, but it's proven itself to be a decent horse. So, and this is 1,200 meters, so it's just won at 12.50. It's got no issues with that. So, $15 for the Southport Get a Fix.
Beautiful. Love the Southport Get a Fix. Let's punch our way and fly
Awesome,
through the
excellent.
sky into race number 7 at Randwick. Another cracking race, bro. Absolute cracking race.
That's what I do.
Now, I know the talk of the town is all about think about it after its dominant performance last time it was out. Like, dead set. That horse was an absolute fucking weapon. But do I think it's ready? I'm not sure. I am not sure. So I'm going to take it on. I'm going to take it on with the J-Max special of Espionar. Espionar! Dun, 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 dun. I think it's been good work. It loves it goes well second up. I think, I'm expecting this thing to go boom. It's a very experienced horse. Great jockey on the back. Not taking anything away from Sam Clibberton and his amount of think about it, but I just think with that first run, I think we're on. Giddy up.
Yes.
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 I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, if Think About It got it done at the
I'm pretty sure
$1.95,
Espion's
but
going to get it done, eh?
Yeah.
I think Espion's going to get it done. $3.10 in from $4.20 already.
Do you know the one I would love to see run really well is Pericles as well?
Yep, I think that's a good chance. And I think if I'm going to give you a double figure, Coal Crusher. Coal Crusher at the 1,300 meters. This is its pet distance and it's on a quick backup. Joe Pride would not give this horse a quick backup if he didn't think it was a good chance.
100%. No, that's fair.
I think Coal Crusher at $12 currently is a great double figure chance in this race. But I think Espionar will be too good with the run under the belt. And that was an exceptional finish in that first up run. Absolutely screaming home behind some top liners. So,
exactly right. That's what I mean. It's going to be fitter, ready to go. I think it should be pretty tasty.
As long as she's gotten rid of, how she last prep, she had a little bit of shit she would sort of try and lug in the finish and it would take away from her finish. If she's gotten over that, she can be a top liner. So Espionar, I think it's from 420 into 310. That's a pretty big move.
Beautiful. All right, that's Randwick. Cracking day at Randwick. All right, let's go on to racing headquarters. The only place you want to be in November.
What do I do here? It's 2 and 4.
Races 2 and 4. Again, some really good races in there. I really like Faulkner Park in this. I think Faulkner Park at $3.20 with our man Shin on the back. I think the draw is okay. Should be super competitive. And I think the Shin factor to get us an early win in race number 2 should be pretty good.
Tactical play.
Oh, yeah.
Alert. Young Verta.
Yeah.
In as the saver, $2.30.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like Barclay Square.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out of a good race. Good race won by a tissue. This was last week. This is a good backup.
How good was the tissue last week, mate?
How fucked was Ayrton in that same race? Fuck, that pissed me off.
I'm sorry. Sorry to give you PTSD.
But he got a entry into the All-Star Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. So there you go. Young Verta as I say, but look, this is a 106 rating horse against like Faulkner Park's a 90 rater, and they're carrying the same weight.
Mm.
So there's a lot of ratings points between them. I'm not saying Faulkner Park can't lift to this level, but
Kind of what you are saying.
it's got Blake Shin on, so it's going to fucking run
There's
well.
the factor, mate.
I think Berkeley Square coming out of that race, and it's third up. I think it's closer to a peak run.
Mm-hmm.
This is the big thing that pushed me. I think this particular horse has shown ability. Last prep didn't quite probably live up to what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then might be trying to find out where its sort of range is and its distance. This is 1,800 metres. It's a very sort of awkward range, but I think third up, I think Berkeley Square can give this a shake. Luke Curry on is a good push for me. He's a great rider. $4.40. It's had a little bit of support in from $5 already, so I think it will be ready to go.
Beautiful. All right, punching on race number 4 at Flemington. Back in the old day, I think they would normally say that we're starting to run out of tape in the camera.
We have fucking
Yeah, I know.
have we?
Yeah, we have. So we need to get it going. Race number 4. Something that I sometimes have to be at work because it fucking shits me. Traffic warden, $6.50. Just trying to get the car sorted out at work, man. It just does my absolute head in. You know, I like traffic warden because of the jockey change. I think car on the back is good. I don't care what you say. I know it was a Group 1 in the Blue Diamond. I get that, but I think it was outplayed last start. I just think it didn't get
It's
a
too
good.
far back.
It's
Too far back. Yeah.
too far back. Didn't get the run.
It was last.
Didn't get guided.
It's great. We passed them all after the line.
What was the jockey doing? And
It's a wide gate. It's fucking
yeah.
concerning.
So yes, the wide gate's good. This is my tip, bro. You can fucking slam it all
Hey.
you like, mate. But I think traffic warden with car on the back. I think it'll be better positioned and should be good to go. Oh.
That's why I was saying.
Are we having a domestic? Do we have to go offline?
No, I think Traffic Warden can bounce back too. I am concerned about the gate. I don't. It's going to have to go back though, which is a bit of annoying.
Yeah, but it might position better through the transit though. Like, you know what I mean?
Hopefully.
Like if we watched the race back at the Blue Diamond, it just never got.
And this is
never got given a shot.
This is out to 1,400. So
Yeah.
if car gets out of the gates well, because they're not going to go as hard out of the gates in a 14 as our and
No.
at a 12.
But you look at the finish, like it was still running past the finish line, right?
It ran past.
So it wants longer. Right?
It does. It does. It ran past Stay Focused, which is the favourite. It ran past Rue de Royale, which Shin's on. It ran past these horses after like it just needed. It was just way too far back. $6.50. Aardvark I want to stick with at $5.50. That's come in. Aardvark with Damien Lane. He's sticking on gate 4, which is a beautiful ride. That's going to be just easy.
Peach. You know what I'm saying? Peach.
$5.55 Aardvark. $6.50 for Traffic Warden. You want a blowout?
No. Of course we do.
Well,
of course we do.
We
Give it
got
to us.
Evaporate.
Oh yeah.
Evaporate. Michael D.
The 20s.
For the Hayes camp at $20. Go and watch Evaporate in its last race. It should have won. In my eyes, it should have won last race. It just got going too late. But that was over 1,100 metres. This goes to 1,400 metres, and I think this horse will be very well suited. 2-year-old colt for the Hayes camp. I think it will go really well. Michael D booked. I think that's a bit of a push.
Very good. Fucking love that. Right. Fucking cracking day. Lots of stuff going on tomorrow. Should be an absolute beautiful autumn day tomorrow with lots of races around there. As I always say, and as Ty always backs me up, gamble responsibly, back within your means. Like, let's just have some fun, enjoy ourselves.
Just fucking calm down.
We want to see you guys here next week. You know what you're tuning out. Or getting the ladies on International Women's Day telling you to fucking wool up. So, just have some fun with that. And to all the lady jockeys out in what was a very male-dominated industry, congratulations. We love having you part of our industry. And happy Women's International Women's Day. Yeah.
Jamie Carr's hitting some cracking form.
So's Angela Jones. So's CJ Graham. So's like Linda Meach, beautiful tonight.
Yeah, Linda Meach got a couple of.
We've got Holly Watson over there in the West that does pop up from time to time. We've got ladies popping up everywhere. That are back and winners everything, and I love it.
Obviously this is in line with the Women's Day thing, but They did the apprentices coming through. And there's
Mm.
a lot of young women coming through, which is really good. So they got a whole bunch of
Chicks can ride too,
talent
mate.
coming through.
Absolutely. Chicks can ride too. So it's really good. We will catch you next week. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Members' tips will be out. More strategic plays for the members to give you the best races of the cards for tomorrow. I have a Saturday feed. Sorry, I'm still trying to adjust. I do have a Saturday free tip feed that I'm going to be going. So please jump on, interact with me, give me some tips back.
Yeah,
I'm happy
like,
to give you some winners, but
chuck
I'd
it in
like
the
something back
comments.
as well. That'd be great.
We want to hear from you guys.
So I'll have a couple that'll pop up as well over the weekend too, and we will catch you all next week. Be safe.